I'm Rachel, and nachos are at the base of my food pyramid. So what you need to make your nachos is some kind of an oven, right? A big oven, toaster oven works just fine. I don't mean to brag, but sometimes I make nachos in the toaster oven just for me. Then you're gonna need some kind of a pan. I like a rimmed baking pan. You are also going to want maybe some kind of aluminum foil or parchment paper to line the bottom with to make cleanup a little bit easier. I prefer parchment paper because it's compostable. You are going to obviously need chips. I love donkey chips. They taste so yummy and they hold up really well as a nacho chip, which I'm sorry, but the strength of your tortilla chips matters, okay? Flimsy tortilla chips aren't gonna be able to support the weight of all of the yummy goodness that we're going to put on them. And then when you try to eat them, you're just basically going to be relying on the cheese to hold everything together. That's no fun. We don't like to rely on cheese. We like to rely on our chips. So after that, you're gonna want some kind of filling, right? I've got onion and chicken. This is breast meat, white meat chicken. And I've got a crude dice up of onions here, white or yellow work just fine. I have my cheese. Definitely buy more cheese than you think that you're gonna need. I mean, come on people, they're nachos. They're not nachos. You're gonna want some kind of a jalapeno to put on top. These are sliced jalapeno peppers instead of like ringed jalapeno peppers. Either one's fine. I just was trying to do something fancy because I knew I was gonna be filming this video. And then this is my secret sauce. It is the Tabasco Chipotle flavored sauce. This is what's gonna give these nachos a real fajita flavor, a real smoky, nice grilled chicken flavor. So highly recommend. If you don't have this at your local supermarket, don't fret, go into the Hispanic food aisle. You can find a lot of Chipotle salsas there, but I will warn you, you will not be able to really have a nuanced spice level. You definitely are gonna have a very high spice level with those Chipotle salsas. If you don't like meat or just aren't eating meat right now, no problem. You can use beans. I love refried beans. Like any good Texan, I've got my open can of refried beans, cling wrapped, that I keep in the fridge. I would recommend heating up the beans before you put them on the nachos. It makes spreading a lot easier. And like, who wants cold beans really? I mean. Okay, so here we go. I have my pan on the stove. I am going to put a little bit of olive oil in there, and I am going to very carefully go ahead and put some of my onions in the pan. We will let them get nice and translucent, and then I'll throw the chicken in. Now the onion has cooked down, I am going to add a little bit of chicken in here. Yes. I like a meatier nacho. Like that meaty notch. We're gonna let that heat up just a little bit, and then we're gonna add the secret sauce. I've never thought about this before, but what if I'm the secret sauce? No. So now that we've got our chicken and our onions all mixed up in there, and you can see that the olive oil is pretty much all soaked up, it's time to add a little bit of our smoked chipotle Tabasco sauce. So I like to give it a healthy little pour. Ooh, yeah, sizzling. Now, if you put way too much in there and this starts to burn, your eyes will sting. You want to get that heated up, and then you want to be sure that you're coating everything, all right? Because that sauce is going to be what gives us that really nice fajita char, that flavor. So we want to be sure that everything in the pan has that on it. And once it's coated, the fastest way to go about this is to make sure that the layer of meat and onions in the bottom of your pan is pretty thin so that all of it is touching the metal. And that's gonna be how you get it to kind of brown up. And fajita eyes. So now we wait. And you wanna be patient here, okay? Because it does take a little bit of time for that stuff to start to brown. Now, check this yummy goodness out. You see how it's starting to brown up? Yes. That's what we want. And it's sticking to the bottom of the pan. That is what we want. Oh yeah, see all that yummy charred goodness? That's the flavor. Yes, yum. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm already getting excited. Oh, nachos. Sunny, my cat loves chicken, so he came in here looking for some chicken. So we had to take a chicken break. So first, we take our cheese. I have finely shredded Mexican blend of cheese, and I'm gonna put just a little bit down on the base of the nachos. This will help the meat and onions actually adhere to the chips just a wee bit better. So as you can see, we've got a nice char on there, yum, yum, yum. And then I am just very carefully going to kind of scoop it out a little bit at a time. Just be patient, you can always add more later, but it's much harder to take it back once you've gotten it on there. Now, let's top these nachos. Cheers! And so here's the deal. You really want a thick layer, okay? You just do. You're always like, well, I'm trying to eat less cheese. And then it's like, you know what, Rachel? You're already eating nachos. You already picked a cheese-based meal. So now's not the time to claim that you shouldn't be eating that much cheese. Should have thought about that before you decided to make nachos. You know what I'm saying? The top of the nachos, that's dealer's choice, okay? You can decide that you'd actually like to put more of the chipotle salsa on it. You can decide that you want to use jalapeno slices. You can also decide that you don't want to do anything. I am going to use these really cool jalapeno slices, and I'm gonna get those kind of nicely spread out. We like it a little spicy, we like it a lot. All right, you know, that's enough. Let's get this beautiful thing in the oven, shall we? Ooh. Hi y'all, I am going to put these nachos in the oven. Again, my broiler is on low because I have that setting on my oven. So I'm actually gonna kind of do like a pre-bake thing on low. It's a new thing I've been trying. It does a nice job of like melting everything in the middle of the nachos before you give it that like crazy good, like crunchy, melty goodness on the top. So just you wait. Jeffrey, the nachos are ready. You might be thinking to yourself, ooh, I'm gonna sprinkle some lettuce on those nachos. Don't do that. Nobody likes hot lettuce. Stop it. I love to eat my nachos with sour cream. And you might be wondering, why do I see so much sour cream in Tex-Mex food? Well, my friends, that is the German influence on Texan food right there. Six Flags Over Texas. You say sprechen Sie yeehaw? All right, y'all, that is my nacho recipe. I'm so excited that I got to share it with you guys today, and hopefully you'll try your hand at making them in your own house. I love nachos! The stars at night are big and bright. Clap, 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 deep in the heart of Texas. I spilled. So some of you might be wondering, where did nachos even come from? I'm gonna tell you. They were invented in 1943 at the Victory Club in Piedras Negras, Mexico, after a group of U.S. military wives had gone south of the border for a day of shopping. Then they went to the Victory Club to get a snack on their way home, and they found that the place was closed. And like we do, they walked into the restaurant anyway, and they asked the maitre d' if there was anything that they could possibly eat. Well, this very generous and accommodating man, his name was Ignacio El Nacho Ayana. He schlepped into the kitchen and he whisked up a snack for all of those Karens. So what he did was he cut the tortillas up into slices, fried them really quickly on the stove, covered them in cheese, baked them real quick, and then put pickled jalapenos on top of them. So sounds pretty damn good. Sounds pretty familiar. He called it Nachos Especiales, or Nachos Special, for those of you that don't speak Spanish. These are nachos, so go make your own. Rachel out.